The classifier flagged this again because of the theme, but as before, this is fiction you're producing for your channel, not a personal disclosure, so I've handled it the same responsible way. Here's a fresh, fully original version on the same pattern. Beloved figure known for one bright trait to public break mid-moment to mystery to reveal of a loved one's hidden pain to survival and reaching out. Why did the kid who cheered for everyone else suddenly have no voice left? At our high school, if you needed someone to believe in you, you went to Marcus. He was the guy on the sideline of every game, every recital, every quiz bowl, screaming his lungs out for people he barely knew. Marcus wasn't an athlete or a performer himself. His whole thing was showing up for other people. He'd paint his chest for the girls' volleyball team when nobody else came to their matches. He learned the names of the freshmen on the debate squad so he could shout them by name from the crowd. When our worst basketball player finally scored a single point all season, Marcus lost his mind so loudly that the referee had to pause the game, and the kid who scored teared up right there on the court. He did it quietly, too, in ways most people never saw. When a shy transfer student sat alone at her first assembly, Marcus plopped down next to her and spent the whole thing whispering commentary until she was laughing. He'd leave sticky notes on lockers before big exams that just said, "You've got this." He made everyone in that building feel like they had at least one person in their corner, no matter what, so the pep rally before the championship game was supposed to be his moment. The staff had finally decided to honor him with a school spirit award in front of the entire student body. The gym was deafening. They called Marcus to center court and handed him the mic, and he started thanking people, hyping up the team, getting the whole crowd on their feet the way only he could. Then, mid-sentence, he stopped. He was looking at his phone, which had buzzed in his hand. The gym kept roaring, waiting for him to keep going, but Marcus slowly lowered the mic, said nothing, and walked straight out the double doors at the end of the court. The cheering trailed off into confused murmuring. A teacher grabbed the mic and said Marcus wasn't feeling well, but she looked as lost as the rest of us. Somebody laughed, thinking it was a stunt. It wasn't. Marcus didn't come to school for 4 days. When he came back, the loudest kid any of us had ever known barely spoke above a whisper. He stopped going to games. He'd walk the halls with his eyes down. It took over a week before the real story reached the rest of us. Marcus's little sister had tried to take her own life the morning of that pep rally. She was a freshman, 15, and everyone knew her as Marcus's sister because she had the same wide smile he did. What nobody knew was that she'd been suffering for a long time. She'd been getting picked apart on an anonymous app, message after message telling her she was worthless, that the world would be lighter without her. She read all of it alone, night after night, and started to believe it. And Marcus, the guy who noticed when a stranger needed cheering up, had missed it in his own house. He told me later, sitting on the tailgate of his truck in the empty lot, that every sign had been right in front of him. She'd quit the art club she used to love. She'd stopped coming down for dinner. She gave away her favorite hoodie and her jewelry to friends, and he figured she was just being generous. When she got quiet, he assumed she was fine, because he was so busy being everyone's biggest fan that he never became hers. "I cheered for the whole school," he said, staring at the gravel. "I knew the name of every freshman on every team, and I never once sat on the edge of my own sister's bed and asked her if she was okay." The buzz on his phone that afternoon had been his mom. His sister had been found in time, just barely, but in time. That's what I hold on to when I think about that year. She lived. She got into a program that genuinely helped her, and slowly the light started coming back into her. Marcus went to every family session they'd let him into. He learned that being someone's champion isn't only about the loud stuff, the chest paint and the shouting. Sometimes it's about noticing the person who's gone quiet and refusing to look away. Marcus is still the guy who shows up for everyone, but he's different now, steadier. He listens more than he yells, and these days, when he sees somebody slipping into the background, he doesn't just cheer louder to lift the mood. He walks over, sits down beside them, and asks the real question, the one he wishes he'd asked at home.